So today we're going to be working on how to sew an open slit and turn it over with lining very neatly. So the first thing you get to do is that you're going to stitch the skirts, like the panels, the slits, up to the point where you want the slit to start. When you get to that point, you iron the edges with hardest gum tape just to keep it strong and stable and in place to avoid wobbling. And then a situation whereby your lining is just going to flip out and you start giving this very distasteful look. So you do the same thing to the main fabric also. You do the same thing to the main fabric, you do the same thing to the lining. You join the panels, same place, up to the point you joined the panels for the main material. Then you iron the both edges with hardest gum tape. So when you're done ironing the edges with hardest gum tape, you fold the edges using 1/2 inch on both sides. So when you do that, you gradually you place them together, front side facing each other, the front of the fabric facing the front of the lining, so that now you have the wrong side facing you. So what you do is this, you drag out the fabric from the main fabric and you pin it together with the lining, so that you can stitch along the 1/2 inch seam line, like the one you folded. You pin it all the way down. You also do the same thing to the other side and take it to the sewing machine and join it together using 1/2 inch sewing allowance. So you also do the same thing to the other side. You see how I'm pushing out the fabric totally? So you make sure you push it out totally, like that 1/2 inch. So you also do the same thing to that of the lining. And make sure you relax the lining very well on the fabric before ever you start the spinning process. If it's not properly relaxed, it's going to lead to imbalances, and we don't want that. So if you're new to my channel for the very first time, do like the video, subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you'll be informed when I post a new video. So you can see that now, you see how it is. I just want you to get a clearer view of what it looks like at this time. So I have to turn over so that you can also see what the fabric looks like. The whole essence of the hardest gum stay thing is so that it doesn't wobble, to stabilize it. So at this stage we're done stitching. So the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to flip over to the right side. So if you stitch it well using the 1/2 inch on both ends, you shouldn't have much of a problem with this. So for you to flip over to the other side and for it to relax, you're going to need to notch a little bit along those areas using your scissors. Don't cut the thread, you just cut the sewing allowance a little bit so that it can relax. Okay. Okay, so you can see it, you need a little bit of stretch. You need to put some pressure around this area and then it will stretch very well. So can you see that? It's not giving me what I want, so I'm still seeing some tension around that area, and that's why I'm going to go ahead, open it up, come with me, open it up and notch, because I don't want any form of pressure on that area, so you need it to relax as much as possible. So the notching is just basically using your scissors to, just do a slight cut, nothing, no big deal really around it. You can see it. Make sure you don't cut your thread. So this video is brought to you courtesy of Eric's Academy of Fashion. Do well to follow us on Facebook at Maison d'Eric's. I'm going to drop the link in the description box. Also follow us on Instagram at Eric's Fashion. And watch the video to the end. We're going to see in the next training video. So you can see it's looking a lot more relaxed now. So by the time I get to relax it to the point I want, I'm just going to take it to the ironing bench and iron it thoroughly.